You're the reason in my life. You're the inspiration. You bring feeling to my life. I wanted to be near me. This thing saves the day, man. Saves the day. I love it. Yeah, she's great. Yeah, put her on there. Make it a little bit better. What's up, 94? Real quick video, guys. Some people, hey man, what's going on with you? I watched some of your older videos. You still mining that mine? What are you doing? Well, the only reason I'm featuring this is because it blew up. The freaking miner blew up. That actually didn't, and I want to tell you people, do not buy, and people might be watching this somewhere down the road that aren't into tools. Maybe they just come across because of the title. But do not buy a thermal take of anything. The worst power supplies ever. Blew up less than a year. Didn't have a lot of stuff on it. Didn't have a lot of power. Blew up. So everything went down. I think I lost the Windows. I thought I lost all my data on my SSD, and I thought the whole thing was gone. So I got one power supply. I'm only running 4 cards right now. All right. Getting 109 mega hash here. So it's getting around 70 music coin an hour. A lot of you guys probably don't know about the different coins out there, but music coin is a real cheap coin. It's like half a penny it's worth right now, but I'm getting 80 of them an hour. So I usually mine Ethereum or Ethereum Classic, and this little, again, like if you watch my older videos, this is a computer. And you guys, don't you ever buy a computer again? All right. You know, you might see deals at Best Buy. You might get emails. Oh yeah, you can get a desktop with this card in it. You can make your. This is what you need: a motherboard that is around $50. Okay, real simple. You need some RAM. This is 4 gigs. 4 gig, $50, maybe even $40. Right? You need an SSD card, or something to store your operations. Right? I got this for $30. Okay. You need a power supply. And right in here, underneath there, you need a processor. Now that's kind of depending on, I got a $40 processor in here because that's all I need. But you can spend around $150, get a solid processor, and that's it. You're good. You built a computer. That's it. You got a computer. Yeah. 15 minutes of putting it together. So, like I said, it's mining, but I can go on here and check the latest news of the day. Oh, we don't want my email coming up. I had that on last. Let me, you can look at this. Oh, yeah. All right. So, the weather here and all that stuff. And if you need any help, just hit me up. It's so easy to build your own computer. I didn't even know what I was building, man. I thought I was just building a mining rig. But yeah, you're building a computer. So anyway, that's just, so I'm waiting for a new power supply in. And you got to remember, crypto has pretty much crashed, right? So it's almost like starting over. All these prices of these cards have come down tremendously. Everything, motherboards, everything's 50% what they used to be a year ago. Everything. And it's so funny with these video cards, graphics cards. If last week crypto went a little crazy, right? Went up like 25% in like one day. Pretty much every coin. The price of these cards went up like 10, 15%. It dropped, they dropped. So these cards are very fickle or dependent on the price of crypto. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend really anybody getting into it. You're not going to make money. I mean, you can now because everything's cheaper. You know, you got to remember building a rig like this a year ago, $2,000, let's just say. This year, if you do it now, you can get it down to probably, you know, 1,000. No, you can't. The cards are still expensive. Don't get me wrong. But you can definitely get the cards if you're looking used. Because you got to remember, when crypto was going crazy, even on eBay, there was a huge premium. I mean, the card was worth, say, this little 1050. You could normally it's $129. These cards were going for 220, 250 bucks back when everything was going nuts. Now you can get them for what the MSRP is. So, but yeah, so you're not going to make money, really. I mean, you can. You got to remember the new cards, like this card. I don't know if what I'm doing with this. I might not. I'm probably not going to keep this card, but this is the new RTX 2070. This card alone will do 40 mega hash. Okay, 42 actually. All right, 42. Here's a 1070. This was like one of the best mining cards out there. The 1070, right? It does 31 mega hash. 31 mega hash. Pretty good. This draws around 110 watts, right? Maybe 115. This draws around 90. So you see what's going on? This is GDDR5, GDDR6. All right. Best card to get right now, if you ask me, is the 660 Ti. If you're kind of interested. But like I said, if you're going to start small. You know, the people who mine, who are into the mining thing, really make, I think it was rare. No, people were definitely making money, Roger. You got to remember, mining is a lot to it than just, you know, there's difficulty, right? That's the big thing. Difficulty has dropped now. So a year ago, everybody was mining, right? Everybody was trying to, you know, whatever, get rich or whatever. Then it, you know, ain't gonna happen. But say you're mining Ethereum Classic, I would only get, you know, with 200 mega hash here. I got 240 now, actually, with everything going. But let's just say 200 mega hash, right? I would do around 1.5, not 1.5, 0.5 Ethereum Classic a day, right? Everybody's mining. The difficulty is really high. A lot of people aren't mining anymore, so difficulty has dropped. So instead of me getting 0.5, I'm getting 0.7. So I'm getting more coin. So, you know, a little bit different there. And you know, so there's pros and there's cons to it. But, you know, as you know me, like I'm into lithium ion. I'm into all the new tools and all the new technology that's coming out. And that's really what mining is, man. It's technology, you know. You know, like the new cards came out, and I'm like, let me try one. And I was like, whoa, 40 mega hash and only drawing like 90 watts. That's awesome. But you do this because you like it. You don't really do something like this to make money. Now, obviously, if prices go crazy, you're going to, you know, you'll make more money than you did today. All right. But you have to kind of believe in crypto. You have to like crypto to do this. And like I said, to be honest with you, I'm not even into it anymore, right? I'm not really into this whole thing, but I wanted to build I was just into building. I wanted to see if I can build my own rig, my own computer from scratch. And I did, right? And I spent a lot of money because of these cards here. I loved it. But I got to make some money back, right? So I'm still running it. And I might be running it for the next 8 years. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see the price of crypto. But right now, I'm gaining more crypto than I would a year ago, right? So that's what it's about. Like I said, I'm doing 80 music coin right now. I don't want to mine Ethereum right now because I'm not going to get too much, but only 109. But I got 9 cards with everything running. I'm doing 240 mega hash. So I'm getting, you know, $4 a day. I'm making around $4 a day. You take electric, which is probably $2 a day. So $2, right? $2. What are you, crazy? $2? You're making $2 a day? Is that right? So that's really it. I'm just setting this up. I had to redo everything. I thought, like I said, I blew this up, so I had somebody come over and paying him $100 to tell me that the power supply was messed up. The whole time the power supply blew up. So I'm finger effing this whole thing. I'm like, why isn't this working? I'm moving cards. I'm taking, everything out. Taking the RAM out, unplugging the power supply, hooking it back up. The whole time my power supply blew. It was the last thing I would have thought of, because it's not even a year old. Thermaltake stinks. Corsair or EVGA are the power supplies you want. But I had to take everything and put it back to my system. This guy came over and wanted to set it up with Simple Mining, and I cranking these cards up to 95 to get the same mega hashes I'm getting here at 60%. So real quick, and I'm sure you guys aren't interested, but on those videos, a lot of people watched those videos. So I'll tell you here, this is what everything's at. This is a 1070 card. That's what I keep it at. I could lower this to 65, but I don't really care. Here's a 1070 Ti. That's what I got it set at. No core. You don't need any core. People always put core on. You don't need the core. I see all these pro crypto people. They always have core cranked up. You don't need core cranked up. Leave it at 0. And I got this one a little bit higher on a power. I don't know what goes on. Sometimes it crashes a little bit. So you have to know your cards, So that's it, guys. 109 with 4 cards. I got a 1050 Ti hooked up because I don't have another input for this, and the 1050 doesn't need an input. So when my power supply comes, you just plug it in right here. And I'll put the rest of my cards in, and I'll be making $2 freaking a day. But Bitcoin is 3,000. Everything is down. I'm waiting one day. I'm going to wake up one morning, right? And it's going to go back to January 2018, right? $20,000 Bitcoin. It's going to happen in a week. It's going to go up. No, but seriously, you have to believe in crypto, or you have to like it. And like I said, guys, I'm not into this anymore. Not really. I mean, I still like the technology. And I mean, I don't want to say I'm not into it. I just wouldn't do it. I'm not really into it, but I did want to try this new card out, and it's sick, but it's a lot of money. These cards are $499. All right. So you do 40 mega hash. 40 mega hash will probably make $1.20 a day. Yeah, $1. Let's say $1. So $1. So to make money with this card, right now, you would have to run your rig for 500 days. So a year and a half just to break even, right? And it's probably a little bit less than $1. It's probably like 90 cents. But it doesn't draw a lot of watt. But I wouldn't recommend this card only because it's expensive. Now, if you buy this just came out. So in a year, these cards will probably be going for like $300. Then you buy them, and you can kind of maybe do a little bit better. Hopefully, crypto will be up a little bit more. And there's the cat. But that's it, folks. It is this new card that just came out last week, right? It's the 660 Ti. So you got the RTX cards and you got the GTX, right? So this is a GTX. The 660 Ti is a GTX card. Really amazing. Gets 30 mega hash, $279 only. All right. And it just came out. Eventually, those cards are going to be $200. And it draws like 70 watts. So that's the card you kind of want. A lot of these old cards are cheaper. Now you can get a 1060 now on eBay for like 150. This will get you 20 mega hash. You can get a 1070 for like 200 now used. And everything here is new. And I didn't buy. Actually, I bought one used card, but You want to buy them used. Don't go nuts spending buying new cards. But you got to remember, this is why I recommend, if you're going to mine, use these, because no matter what, these are still worth money, right? So I can sell this for 150. I can sell this for 200, maybe 220. You know, this is a 1060. I could probably get 150. So they make you money mining, and then you get something back for it at least. If you buy like these ASICs, they're pretty much big paperweights. They're pretty much worthless after like 2 weeks. Like you'll make a lot of money in 2 weeks, and you got to get on that first batch, right? Because what do these cryptos do? They hate ASIC. They don't want anyone mining their coin with ASICs. They want it. They want this. They want it for the people. So they fork their coin. So once they fork their coin, you can't use it using an ASIC. You can't mine it using an ASIC. All right. So I hope everybody got a little mining 101 here. But like I said, it's something cool if you get a cheap card like a 1050 or a 1060 and you kind of want to build a computer, right? That's what I would recommend. Build your own. I mean, and even with a 1050, guys, this card is so much more powerful than like the processors that are in computers, right? They put these cheap, you know, systems in when you can buy a 1050 Ti for like $100 or buy one new for like 150, and you got a crazy powerful computer. I mean, like super crazy. And it will cost you more than half the price to buy it new. All right. So that's really it. I might fix this whole thing up and put a bar. You really shouldn't be hanging these like this. They should kind of be up. You know what I'm saying? Like up the other way, like this. That's the way you want it. So I might put a piece of wood here and do that since I took everything apart here. So that's really it. Hope everybody has a great day here. I'll be around today. I'm getting ready. I got a big kind of day. I got sports all day, playoff games. I had a playoff game last night. I had to go down to a different town. And if you guys probably don't, because I took the video down. But I got done around like 8:50. So I'm like, all right, I got an hour and 10 minutes to go over to Home Depot, right? I get there around 9:10. Home Depot's closed. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. At 9 o'clock? I don't know what area this was, but it was insane because every Home Depot I go to is open to 10. Then there was a Lowe's around a minute down the road. They were closed. So I tried to go live last night, but it didn't happen. Oh, thank you, 94. Jordan Allen, I'm building a rig right now. i7, 8. Oh, yeah. See, but that's expensive. Like the 1080 Ti's, those cards are like $700-800. Really not good for mining the 1080 Ti. It doesn't mine the Ethereum Classic coins very well. It's more of a Equihash card. It doesn't do Ethash at all, very well. So 1080 Ti, but for video game, if you have kids like this nut right here, and it's his birthday today. Yes, there he is. He got a playoff game. He's playing this freaking game. The kids go nuts with. I'll tell you, best investment, man, right there. $299. I cannot believe the picture on that freaking TV. I got it at Best Buy. Who the hell makes it? Hisense. And it's, I bought it for him to destroy it because I don't care what happens to it. But what was I talking about? Yeah, so that's good. Yeah, build your own rig. You got a computer. And if you're into it, but a lot of you guys aren't into it, you got better stuff to do. Well, that's right now, Robert Waters. $2 a day. Yep. That's right now. We're at the lowest point of crypto. I mean, in the summer, this thing was making around $12 a day, right? So 12 times 30, what is that? I don't know, $500 a month, right? Am I right? Around $12. So This I've had this going for a year. This rig has made money. I'm not in the in the in the in the black. No, and I'm not in the red anymore. I got the little color combination. You know, if you guys remember, I started this back in March or February of 2018 when these coins were $600-700 a piece. So this thing has paid for itself 3-4 times over. But my point is now you will never make your money back. So if you're going to do it small, build your computer, right? And you're doing all your other stuff on it. And, you know, if crypto somehow goes back up to January 2018 prices, you know, maybe you can add a card here and add a card there. But no more. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm not. I don't even know how to play those games, man. It's crazy. I had the Nintendo, man. I had a little controller. Remember when we were young? I had the freaking Nintendo. These games now, man. I don't even know what the hell's going on here. To be honest with you, they're flying or dropping. They got other kids playing. They talk to each other on these headphones. It's nuts. My buddy. 60 or 70 Bitcoin. Yes. You know, it's a funny, the guy that came over yesterday, he was a 15-year-old in high school. And he says, yeah, I was a geek. I'm a nerd, a computer geek. And he was mining Bitcoin when it was like $2, right? Or $3. I don't know. It was, you know, I guess 10 years ago. And, you know, he kind of forgot about it. He mined. He ended up having like 12 or 13, right? 12 or 13 Bitcoin, right? Over like 6 months. Because you got to remember, difficulty was not like it is today. You could mine a Bitcoin in like a month, less than a month. But he mined them. He kind of forgot about them. You know, they were in his little wallet. Then all of a sudden they went up to $1,200. So he sold them. He had like 13 grand. He couldn't believe it. He was going nuts, right? Sold it for, I think, $1,200 a coin. Right after he mined 13 of them, right? 13 coins. 6 months later, it was $20,000 a coin. So he could have been, I don't know what the math is there, but around $300,000. So, but like I said, you got to kind of be if you want to do this, you're building a computer, right? That's what you're doing. You're building your laptop, I mean your desktop. And, you know, you get it. They have these computer, you know, bases or holders where you're going to put, you ain't going to leave it out like this. It's almost like you're building a computer. You're buying the whole tower and you screw this to the side of the tower or the, right, exactly. And you don't have all this because you only have one card. You don't have all this stuff. So you build yourself a nice computer for a third of the price that you would pay. You know, a computer with a 1050 Ti is around $900, right? A desktop or is you can get a cheap one maybe for $700, $1,000 for like, you know, an Acer or whatever, the Predator, whoever, MSI, let's say, right? Costs you around $1,000. You can build your own for like $300. So 300 compared to 900, right? And power, man, power. But I would get a 1070 card, man. Get a 1070 card for like $300 and you were rocking. You were going crazy, man. And you got a nice computer and you get 31 or almost 30. Well, that's a TI there. And it's regular. Now that's the 1050. It does around 14. Right here, 31. Right. But you'll never, nothing's cheap. Maybe we're like Jordan Allen's on here. Good. Top of the morning to you, Larry. Oh, you're in New York? Oh, good, Jordan. Hit me up, Jordan, if you want. Jordan's really into this. Good. He gets 5 or 7 years ago, bought a car, a few other things. Yeah, this dude did. He paid for college. He couldn't believe that it went up to $1,200. He thought it was like He wasn't going to be able to sell it. He thought it was like, what is this? How do I get rid of this? I need the money. And like I said, 6 months later, it went to $20,000 or something. Maybe it was a year later. I don't remember. Yeah, Tom Pagan, I got this. And now it's like $400 for this TV. But I looked at all the specs. Samsung at $500 didn't have the specs that this TV had. So I'm like, all right, $299, I'm getting it because I don't care about it because he's going to destroy this thing. But the picture is unbelievable, like with the video games. It's got 4K and all that other crap. HDR. Morning, Wayne Cox. Yeah, or right. If you're into gaming, that's another place where you can only use these. You know, you're building a powerful computer for gaming, right? You don't really need. I mean, it'll work quicker with this too. You know, there's a lot of these are in your computers. You might not know it. Some of your computers. You know. All right, that's about it. Stay, do some hacking. CK, Chris Conical vlogs. How long does it take? Yeah, you don't want to. Robert must have missed the whole first part of the video, but yeah, like right now, you have to believe in the technology, right? You have to believe in it. You want to. But like I said, you'll never going to make your money back. You heard me say it probably 5 minutes ago and 10 minutes ago. The way to do it is just build. If you're looking to maybe buy a computer, build your own, right? But you will always have the possibility if you want to do it later on to kind of add, make sure you buy a motherboard with a lot of these PCI slots here. But yeah, you'll never make your money back today. But stuff is cheaper now, right? So people who have like these mining farms and stuff like that, they're buying these cards for like $100 when they were $300. But yeah, right now you'll never do it. I just got into it, and a lot of you guys know, because I probably did around 4 or 5 videos because I was all into the crypto. I was insane with it. I'm like, I want to build it. I couldn't believe I built this. I built a computer, man. So I was like, yeah, let's get some. But yeah, around March, February. So I was mining these coins. Ethereum is like $120 right now. I was mining it at 800 a coin. So I was getting it and selling it as soon as it was coming in. So this is pretty much all profit. And then now if I sell it too, everything is still worth, money. But yeah. But like I said, there's a lot of people out there who were into mining, or they're getting into it now. Oh, they like the technology. So it's kind of like starting over. You're at a starting over point, right? Ethereum's 120, Bitcoin's 3,000. Now, the only reason you're going to invest in this, if Robert Waters is still here, the only reason you're going to invest in this is that you think in the future, Bitcoin's going to go from 3,000 back to 10,000, right? Or Ethereum from 120 to 600 again. Actually, Bitcoin probably up to 15,000. So you have to kind of believe that these prices are going up. Now, are they going to go up? I have no idea. I have no idea. Personally, I think it is, to be honest with you. But a lot of people now, it's like starting over, like you hear me say it, because everything is so cheap. These cards no one wants them really anymore. People were killing each other over these cards. You could buy a 1070 Ti, right? $350 MSRP. That's what they are. They were going for $700 a piece. You know what I'm saying? 1060s were going for $400, $450 for 1060, because there was such a demand. But now it's went down. No one cares. So you can kind of build your stuff cheap now compared to January when it was crazy. But all right, let me get out of here because I got a big day. I kind of just wanted to do a video because I was actually putting another card up. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just show the people, man. Show the people. We got the Milwaukee light here. I couldn't do it without this light, but I got to go because I'm at 2%. 2%.